Don't scroll. Don't move. Don't blink. You are 9 spiritual seconds away from a word that will change your job and your future. If you click away right now, you go back. Back to the same cubicle. Back to the same paycheck that doesn't stretch. Back to the same fear that wakes you up at 3 a.m. But if you stay, heaven is about to explain why your job has been so painful and what is about to break wide open. Today is January 9th. This is not a random video. This is an appointment. Heaven put your name on this moment. God says, if they skip me now, they will miss the door I'm opening. This message is not for everybody. It's for the one who's been crying in the parking lot before walking into work. It's for the one who whispers, Lord, I'm too old to start over. And God answers, I am not done writing your story. Stay with me. In just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you the one sign your job is about to change suddenly. And at the very end, I will lead you in a 9-second prayer that will mark the beginning of your new season. Don't miss that moment. My beloved child, you were guided here, not by accident, not by algorithm, by the hand of God himself. 9 seconds. That's all it took for heaven to decide your breakthrough starts today. Now breathe and listen. My beloved child, before I go any further, you need to know who is speaking to you right now. I am a messenger. I carry the words of the Lord, the heart of Jesus, the protection of Archangel Michael. Every eye you're about to hear is heaven dressed in human words, reaching for you. This is not motivation. This is not a pep talk. This is the Spirit of God, the universe's creator, speaking directly into your situation. And he has been rearranging things behind your back. Today is January 9th. To the natural eye, just another Thursday. In the spirit, it's a deadline. There are only a few seconds left on this part of your assignment. The frequency around your life has been shifting. Your job may feel like a prison, but in the spirit it's been a training ground. You're not crazy for feeling something is off at work. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're not ungrateful. You are a chosen one, standing at the edge of a shift. And heaven sees you. God sees the mornings you dragged yourself out of bed, even though your body screamed for rest. He sees the nights you couldn't sleep because the bills kept stacking and the paycheck kept shrinking. He sees you walking into that building with a smile on your face and a stone in your chest. He sees the way you bite your tongue when others take credit for your work. He sees the parking lot tears, the bathroom prayers, the silent screams no one hears. And he says, enough, not as punishment, as promotion. You've been carrying a weight that was never meant to crush you. It was meant to strengthen you. And now that you're strong enough, God is about to remove it. Listen closely. Your job has not been random. Your struggle has not been meaningless. Every delay was a setup. Every closed door was protection. Every rejection was redirection. Because heaven was waiting for this moment. The moment when your spirit could no longer tolerate smallness. The moment when your gift could no longer be hidden. The moment when your calling could no longer be ignored. That moment is now. You feel it, don't you? That restlessness. That tightness in your chest when you think about Monday morning. That voice in your head whispering, there has to be more. That's not anxiety. That's prophecy. God is stretching you beyond the boundaries of your current reality. And when God stretches you, everything that cannot stretch with you must break away. Jobs that undervalue you. People who misunderstand you. Systems that exploit you. They're all about to shift. Not because you're running, because heaven is realigning. The Lord says in Isaiah 43:19, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? You've been perceiving it. You just didn't have the language for it. Until now. So breathe. You're not losing your mind. You're gaining your freedom. And what I'm about to tell you next will confirm everything your spirit has been trying to say. Stay with me. Beloved, I need you to hear me clearly right now. God just told me to describe your life back to you, not the version you show people at church, not the smile you put on when someone asks how you're doing, the real one, the one you live every single morning. You sit in your car in the parking lot, staring at that building, and you whisper, "Lord, give me strength to walk in there one more time." Your knees ache, your back hurts, your spirit is tired. You're the grandmother who took a job you hate just so you could help with your grandkids' school clothes. You're the retiree who thought you'd be resting by now, but Social Security doesn't stretch. So you're back on your feet, scanning groceries, stocking shelves, answering phones. You're the nurse doing night shifts, invisible to everyone except the patients who need you, and even they forget your name by morning. You've done the work of 3 people. You've carried teams on your back, and you've watched younger, louder voices get promoted over you, again and again. You've laid awake at night doing the math, pills, rent, gas, groceries, and you whisper into the dark, "Lord, how am I supposed to make it?" My child, listen to me. You feel torn right now, grateful to have a job, but grieving the way it's draining your spirit. You ask yourself, is this all there is for me until I die? And sometimes, late at night, you wonder if God even sees you anymore. Let me stop you right there. Heaven is not judging you for being tired. Heaven is not calling you weak for wanting a change. God is not angry that you're exhausted. He saw every tear you hid in the restroom stall. Not one of them was wasted. He recorded every moment you swallowed your frustration and smiled anyway. Every time you showed up when your body begged you to stay home. Every morning you chose integrity when no one was watching. God saw it all. And my beloved child, He's been keeping a record. Not to shame you, to honor you. Because what you thought was punishment, what you thought was abandonment, what you thought was God forgetting your name, was actually preparation. You weren't being buried. You were being planted. And heaven is about to tell you what was really happening while you were crying in that parking lot. Stay with me, because the reason your job has felt so heavy lately isn't what you think. My beloved child, I need you to hear something that might shake everything you thought you knew about your job. You are not stuck because you're unworthy. You've been stationed there because you're chosen. Your workplace has never been a measure of your value. It's been a battlefield for your faith. Listen closely. The Bible is full of people who thought they knew what their job was until heaven suddenly changed the assignment. Joseph didn't know his last night in prison was coming. He just woke up another morning in chains. Another day of injustice. Another sunrise behind bars. And that was the day Pharaoh sent for him. That was the day God shifted his job description. From prisoner to prime minister, Moses thought he was just watching sheep at 80 years old. Too old to matter, too far gone to be used. Until a burning bush said, "Your assignment is changing today." Peter was washing empty nets after a night of catching nothing. Tired, broke, questioning everything. And Jesus walked up and said, "From now on, you will fish for people." One conversation, one moment, everything changed. My child, you thought your job was only about the paycheck. Heaven saw it as a classroom, a training ground for your patience, your compassion, your courage under pressure. You are the quiet one who listens when no one else will. The one co-workers come to for advice. The one who holds it together when everything falls apart. That's not an accident. That's ministry in disguise. But here's what you need to understand. The reason the attacks at your job have been so intense, the gossip, the sabotage, the unfair treatment, is because the enemy can sense a transfer. When heaven gets ready to move you, hell gets nervous. Those weren't just people problems. Those were spiritual assignments trying to exhaust you before your promotion, trying to break your faith before your breakthrough, trying to make you quit right before the door opens. But you didn't quit. You stayed. You endured. You kept showing up even when it hurt. And heaven recorded every moment, every tear in the car before work, every silent prayer in the bathroom stall, every time you chose kindness when they chose cruelty. God saw it all. And today, January 9th, heaven is speaking a verdict over your workplace, over every spirit that tried to break you there, over every door they tried to close, over every lie they told about you. The verdict is this: guilty. And the sentence is this: removed. Not you, them, the blockage, the resistance, the delay. Heaven is removing what stood between you and your next season. And my child, what's coming is not just a job change, it's a destiny shift. My beloved child, heaven has weighed the tears you cried because of that job. Every morning you forced a smile. Every lunch break you sat alone in your car, trying not to break. Every Sunday night, your chest tightened at the thought of Monday. God saw it all. And today, the scales of justice have tipped. Heaven is saying, enough. Enough is enough. Let me tell you what God saw behind the scenes while you were just trying to survive. God saw the boss who used fear instead of respect. The one who controlled by intimidation, who made you feel small to feel bigger. God saw the coworker who stole your ideas and smiled in your face. The one who took credit for your solutions, your late nights, your brilliance. God saw the system that called you too old, too slow, too expensive, while you carried the whole department on your back. They said you were disposable. Heaven said you were irreplaceable. And now, my child, listen closely. You don't have to clap back. You don't have to plot revenge. You don't have to send that email, or correct that lie, or defend your name one more exhausting time. Because when God shifts a chosen one, every scheme falls apart on its own. Those who built their tower by stepping on you will have to face the storm of their own choices. You just step back. Stay in integrity. Keep your heart clean. Let heaven handle what your hands were never meant to touch. I need you to hear this next part with your whole spirit. This is heaven telling you, you will not spend the rest of your life swallowed by a job that slowly kills your spirit. You will not leave this earth having only been used, underpaid, and overlooked. God is rewriting the ending. Right now. Not someday. Not when you figure it all out. Right now. The same God who parted the Red Sea is parting the confusion around your career. The same God who fed thousands with 5 loaves is about to multiply what little you think you have left. The same God who raised the dead is about to resurrect the dream you buried because it felt too late. You thought you missed your moment. Heaven says your moment is being prepared while you listen to these words. You've seen the diagnosis. You know the pain is real. You've heard the verdict. Justice is moving. Now heaven is about to reveal the sudden change, the shift that's already in motion, the door that's about to swing open. Stay with me, chosen one, because what I'm about to say may be the reason your spirit has been restless all month, the reason you can't settle, the reason you found this message today, January 9th. At this exact hour, God is not calming the restlessness. He's using it to move you. My beloved child, let me tell you something that will settle your spirit right now. When I say your job is about to change suddenly, I need you to understand what sudden means in the language of heaven. Sudden to you doesn't mean sudden to God. He's been rearranging the puzzle pieces for years. Every closed door you cried over, every rejection that felt personal, every conversation where you were overlooked, every paycheck that didn't match your worth. God was watching. Not ignoring, watching, because he was setting something up that could only work if you stayed faithful through the waiting. Right now, in the unseen world, you are about to walk into opportunities that have your name written on them from long before you were born. Listen carefully, because this shift will look different for different people. For some of you, it will be a promotion you didn't even apply for. Someone has been watching your work, your character, your consistency, and they're about to call your name. For others, it's a phone call from a person who once told you no, now calling back with a yes. The door that slammed shut 3 years ago is about to swing open with an apology attached. For some, the change will be a shift to fewer hours, a different role, or even retirement that still keeps you provided for. God is not asking you to grind harder. He's asking you to rest deeper while He provides differently. And for a few of you, it will be a whole new kind of work, using your gifts in ways you thought it was too late to try. Starting something small that will grow into something sacred. The thing you loved doing before life told you it wasn't practical. God's about to make it profitable. Now hear me clearly, my child. God is not telling you to quit recklessly tomorrow with no plan. He is telling you, be ready when I open the door. Don't move in panic. Move in peace. Heaven's shift comes with confirmation, not confusion. You will know it's God when the opportunity brings peace to your spirit, even if it scares your mind. You will know it's God when the timing aligns without you forcing it. You will know it's God when provision shows up before the transition, not after. Right now, in the spirit, the clock is at 9 seconds. That means you are closer to the change than you've ever been. Every second represents a step. Preparation, alignment, courage, obedience. The first second was when you started feeling restless at work. The second was when you began praying differently. The third was when you stopped defending yourself to people who don't see your value. The fourth was when you opened this message today. We're in the final seconds now. And in these last seconds, heaven is asking you one thing. Will you trust me when the door opens? Will you walk through it even if it looks different than you imagined? Will you let go of what's familiar to step into what's destined? Because, beloved, your job is not just about to change. Your life is about to expand. And the version of you that walks through that door will not be the same version that walks out on the other side. God is upgrading more than your income. He's upgrading your identity. My beloved child, heaven has spoken over your job, over your provision, over your future. But now I need you to do something. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Right now, in these last 9 seconds, you must move with me. First, release the bitterness. I know that job hurt you. I know they overlooked you, underpaid you, made you feel invisible. But you cannot step into a new assignment with old poison in your veins. Right now, whisper it. I release them. I release the anger. I release the disappointment. You don't have to forget, but you do have to let go, because what God is about to open requires clean hands and a clear heart. Second, get your house in order. I'm not talking about your whole life. I'm talking about one prophetic act. Clean out that old briefcase. Organize those papers scattered on your desk. Update your resume or write down your gifts, your skills, your experience. These are not little chores, my child. These are acts of faith. You are telling heaven, I am ready to be seen. I am ready to be called. I am ready to step forward. Third, get your faith speaking. Stop saying, I'm stuck with this forever. Stop whispering, it's too late for me. Start declaring, God is positioning me where my gifts are honored and my needs are met. Write that sentence down. Put it on your fridge. Tape it by your bed. Let your own voice become the prophecy that interrupts the lie. Fourth, open your ears. Pay attention to the small conversations, the random ideas, the old friend who reaches out after years of silence. Heaven often sends the next assignment wrapped in a simple moment. If an idea keeps returning to your mind, teaching, caregiving, writing, opening a small service, don't brush it off. Pray over it. Ask God, is this you? Because sometimes the loudest direction comes in the quietest whisper. Fifth, move one small step, not 10. Not a leap off a cliff, just one faithful step. Make the call, attend the interview, ask the question, explore the class, Sign up for the training. God steers moving feet, my child. If you stand still, He has nothing to direct. But if you take one step in faith, He can guide the rest. Listen to me closely. You have carried the weight of that job long enough. You have shown up when your spirit was empty. You have given excellence to people who barely noticed. But God noticed, and He is about to reward what no human eye saw. The door is opening. The season is shifting. The provision is moving toward you right now. But heaven needs you to meet it halfway, not with fear, not with hesitation, with one small act of obedience. So I'm asking you, in these last 9 seconds, will you trust me? Will you take the step? Will you say yes to what God is about to do? Because, my beloved child, your job is not just about to change. Your entire life is about to upgrade, and it starts the moment you move. Now bow your head, and let me pray the 9-second prayer that seals this moment forever. Final build, the 9-second prayer and spiritual CTA. Now we're going to mark this moment. These next 9 seconds will not change God, but they will change you. We're going to count down together, and with each number, I want you to let go of a fear and grab hold of a promise. Take a breath. Close your eyes if you need to. This is sacred ground. 9, 8, 7. Lord, I release fear of lack. I release fear of age. I release fear of change. 6, 5 is 4. Lord, I receive my identity as your chosen one, not a disposable worker, not a number on a payroll, not invisible. 3, 2, 1. Lord, I agree with the job change. You are preparing. Open the right door. Close the wrong ones. I will follow your peace, not my panic. Amen. My beloved child, you will not be thrown away. You will be transitioned. The same God who kept you alive through every hard shift will carry you into this new assignment. You didn't survive this long just to be abandoned now. You survived because heaven has been protecting what it's about to promote. And this promotion doesn't look like the world's promotion. It doesn't always come with a title or a corner office. Sometimes it comes as peace. Sometimes it comes as freedom. Sometimes it comes as a door you never applied to, opening at exactly the right time. But it always comes with God's fingerprints all over it. Now listen. If this word is for you, I need you to do something. Type in the comments, I receive my new assignment. That's not just typing. That's you signing heaven's contract with your own hands. That's you saying yes before you even see the details. That's faith. And faith moves mountains that resumes cannot. Now, I want you to think of someone you know is exhausted at work. Someone who's been faking strength for too long. Someone who whispers the same prayers you do. Share this with them. You might be the messenger heaven uses to keep them from giving up. You might be the angel they've been praying for. And if you want to keep walking through this shift with support, stay connected here. This isn't just a channel. This is a spiritual lifeline for chosen ones like you. Because the road ahead is not meant to be walked alone. God doesn't call you into isolation. He calls you into alignment. And alignment always comes with company. My beloved child, you haven't missed your moment. You're 9 seconds away from a different chapter. Not 9 days, not 9 months. 9 seconds. The length of one breath. The time it takes to say yes. The space between who you were and who you're becoming. Breathe and let God turn the page. Your job is not your identity, but your obedience will unlock your destiny. And that destiny has been waiting for you longer than you've been waiting for it. Now go. Walk forward, not in fear. In faith. The door is open, and heaven is holding it steady just for you.